Welcome to North Star Big Book. My name is Carly Israel, and I am your host. My sobriety date is January 27th, 1999, and I created this podcast simply to share the message of the Big Book. It completely changed my life. It always changes my life, and I hope it can help change yours. Hi, North Star Big Book listeners. It's Carly, recovered alcoholic. I hope you don't mind. I'm going to steal a little episode to talk to you about something that has been a dream of mine for decades. I wrote my memoir, and I poured my soul and my life and my stories and my family stories and everything I had into it. And I did it because it's been a dream of mine for as long as I can remember, since I was a little girl. And I had this opportunity 100% because I'm sober. And I wanted to share with you one of the small chapters from the audio version where I'm actually the narrator. If you enjoy my podcasts and you want to get to know my story at a deeper level, I would highly recommend you check it out. It's called Seconds and Inches. I'm honored for all of you out there who I have met and who I have messaged with and who I have not, because every time I get a message from someone telling me what this work means to them, it means more to me than you can even imagine. So I'm about to introduce you to a small chapter, which is right before the end of my using. And if you are interested in checking it out, I would suggest you download it from either Audible or Amazon or Barnes & Noble or any of those places you can get an audiobook on. It's called Seconds and Inches by Carly Israel. If you don't want to listen, I have the paperback version also available everywhere and the digital version. But I really like the audio version because I get to speak directly into your ears and you get to hear all of the stories from my voice. I hope you are well. I also want to remind everybody that everyone is welcome on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to North Star Big Book meeting. We go through the Big Book. We study it just like we do on here. You can follow me on Facebook, Carly Israel, and find North Star Big Book group on Facebook, and you'll find the password and ID. And I hope you are well and you are taking care of yourselves. And here's the clip. Thank you. Chapter 20. Restless, irritable, and discontent. In the late fall of my sophomore year, my mom must have been tired enough of hearing me complain to offer me a challenge. Can you go just 3 weeks without getting drunk or high? Other than that pitifully short time in high school when I was dating the football player who didn't like girls who drank, I had never tried to stop. I don't think you can, she said. And that was it. I'd show her. Within the first few days of stopping, I could no longer sleep. If I did nod off, I was tortured with constant graphic nightmares. During the days, it was as though my skin had been removed and someone had pushed me out into the sun. I wanted to physically harm people who pissed me off, which was everyone. But that was rarely an issue because no one wanted to be around me. I clawed my way through those 3 weeks by staying mostly alone in my room, smoking and watching TV. But I made it through 3 weeks with no drugs or alcohol, which convinced me that alcohol and drugs were not the problem. Because I felt so out of control without anything in my body, I knew there was something really wrong with my mental state. I decided I just needed to find the right medication to make me feel normal. And that until I found the right medication and the right doctor, I should have a little drink or a little hit off of that bowl to calm down. What I felt when I got high for the first time after those 3 awful weeks was what it feels like when you're swimming at night and you have to get out of the pool to go pee and you're wet and freezing, and then you run back to the pool and jump in and feel the warmth all around you. That was how it felt when I came back to what I loved. It felt like someone had turned up Led Zeppelin and the sun was shining on my face and my feet were on the dashboard, and everything was perfect. After that first night back, I said that there was no reason to ever stop using again. And off I went. I had been isolating, so I was cut off from the usual people I partied with. One night, I had a party at our apartment in an attempt to reconnect with the crowd. But during the party, something I took made me believe all the people were intruders trying to attack me. So I made everyone get out and lock the door. I curled up on the floor in the middle of the room and trembled and smoked. Someone banged on the door and shouted, "Carly, let us in! Carly!" I covered my ears and curled tighter. I couldn't get comfortable. No matter how I moved, it was as if I was lying on nails. There was nowhere I could place myself where I could rest. For any listeners who would like to get deeper insight into my story, I just released my memoir, Seconds and Inches. It was a dream of mine for decades to write my memoir, and while I do not believe in mixing money and AA, I just wanted to share with the world that I did this accomplishment, and it can be found wherever you normally purchase books, paperback, audio, or digital. I wish you an awesome day. Thank you.